was a very unusual person. He was an original thinker. He was a risk taker. He was the first missionary. He went out into the world and didn't know really where he was going all the time, but he went out there to bring the gospel. And when he got out there, he pushed people's buttons. He got under their skin. That was just his personality. He got himself into trouble all the time, and I don't think he was a very easy person to be around. Yeah. One of the first things I wanted to do with the audience is give them a small sense of how different that world would sound.
Pavlos, apostolos. Pavlos, apostolos. Apantropon. De anthropou. Aladia Jesu Christu. Kai Theo Petros, tu inherentos avton aklekron. Haris simi, kai irene apo Theo Petros, emon kai kurio, Jesu Christu. It's Greek. Speak to you in Greek. My brothers and sisters, it is good to be here. It's a little joke. When you're as old as me, it's good to be anyway.
Paul was a pretty serious guy. I don't think he ever made a joke. I think lots of things are funny. I see a lot of value in humor. I think it helps people listen. I think there's a lot of noise happening in the world today, but not much listening. So if there's humor in the piece, it comes from me. It doesn't come from anything that Paul ever wrote.
But it would be good for Jesus to come tonight. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Yes. Some of you say, oh, yes. It would be good for Jesus to come tonight. Come, Jesus, tonight. But some of you say, well, I don't know. Jesus comes tonight. Ooh, we know what that means. If Jesus comes tonight, all of this is over. All of this is finished. No more beautiful cars, no more nice homes, no more lovely clothes, no more sporting teams, no more wonderful restaurants. They tell you that heaven is better, but how can you be sure? So some of you say, well, no thank you, no Jesus, not tonight.
I include stories in my presentation from the Bible that Paul must have read in the intervening 2,000 years. For instance, I act out a version of Jesus' story about the Good Samaritan.
You would be like the Samaritan. Of course you would. It's the right thing to say. But when the time comes, what do? It's a dangerous world. The world says to you, be careful. But Jesus says, step forward. Your mother says, don't talk to strangers. But Jesus says, love. The police say, don't pick up hitchhikers. God says, they are all my children. What do? What do? You have all these voices in your head. You can't follow them all. But so what do? We had our prophets to help us understand. Who helps you understand your soul? There are many who say they will help you. You just push the button. You just send the money. Everybody wants to be you. They stand at the gate. You keep them out. You love your neighbors from far away. They have earthquakes. Stay there! We'll send you the money. They have storms, they have fires. Stay there! We'll send the doctors. They are threatened by their neighbors. You give them weapons. They are attacked by their neighbors. You give them money. They buy more weapons. Who do they buy the weapons from? You. This is working out pretty good.
Following Jesus is tough. It's a hard task. If you're really doing it right, it's a dangerous task. It can be a radical and dangerous thing to do.
I want you to be brave. I want you to be more than you think you can be. I want you to be unpopular. I want you to be like Jesus. It's dangerous. Who told you it was safe? It's difficult. When has it ever been easy? If you think that following Jesus is safe and easy, you have not been reading what is in here.
I wanted them to reach out to them. I wanted them to reach out to each other. I asked them to do that. And it isn't comfortable. But I found that even though they laugh, they're nervous, they still are willing to try. They're still willing to do it. And I believe if they can do it one time, they can do it again and again and really recognize what I'm asking them to see.
See, God is with us. God is with us. Did you think God was only way up in the sky or only in church on Sunday? No, God is here with us. You know, you sing a song, some of you, about earthen vessels. This is what they're talking about. Look at your partner. You need that person. If you can't find God in another person, you can't find God.
What do I want? How do I want people to walk away from my evening with St. Paul? What do I want from them? I want them to, I'd like to think that they've had an enjoyable evening, that they've learned a few things, they've risked something maybe, and learned something about how to stretch their comfort zone. I'd like to have them really examine if they've become complacent in their lives, and they can find out a way to be different. Maybe they can discover a way to seriously approach following Jesus. If they felt stuck, maybe they're no longer stuck. I would like that. Find out that they can really change the world one person at a time. That's probably what I want. I want them to change. I want to change them. I want to change the world. One person at a time.